Hello everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab, and in this video I'm going to be running through a little bit of technical analysis on what to expect with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin USD chart as it is right now. What's the opportunity, what's the risk, and in a bit as well I'm also going to be sharing with you some of the key motivators that I've looked up that have driven the markets to have this big drop on Monday. Because I mean everyone was looking for the breakout to the top side, and then what happened, right? So generally, I would say the market, the feel of the market is actually very bullish, but it could not help, but it could not ignore these two incidents that happened. So the first incident is this. This is a Bitmain. They have a minor subsidiary in China that had 680K in assets frozen. Okay, so recently we all know that Bitcoin pipped above like 10K for a very brief period of time when it was said that the China and Korean governments, the prime ministers, they've actually embraced the blockchain technology. But just shortly after that, there's been a local blockchain committee that's been going around to police and crack down on many ICOs around China, and the most recent development was this as well. Okay, so but then again, let's look at the severity of it. 680K is not a big sum of money in the local sense of it, and it's probably only enough to cause a little bit of a scare, and that probably was what was able to cause a small little consolidation over here before the market was generally very bullish. So basically in this period of time, when we look into technical analysis, we always look into like for example, like when there's a triangle, as you can see there's like a triangle formation here, and then when the triangle is completed, they usually be followed up with another triangle, because every time when there's a triangle set up, just going to draw out for you. Whenever there's a triangle set up, basically people expect like a breakout outside of the triangle within the last 20-30%. So I'm going to just draw that out for you right here. Okay, so this is a triangle. I'm going to make use of the other line that I have. So this is one side of the triangle, and this is the other side. It's a 5 points triangle as mentioned. So at this point of time, you can say the triangle is actually completed, and it just exited out. So basically we will see probably another triangle here, but let's get back into news. Okay, the other main contributor to this drop, right, the more legit reason that I've identified is actually this sell-off created by PlusToken. PlusToken is an investment scheme, and some call it a Ponzi scheme, and basically they have a large supply of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and apparently this is being dumped into the markets, causing the sell-off. People are having like some kind of a monkey see, monkey do kind of effect to it. So it's a bit silly, but okay, whenever there's a sell-off, okay, there's always this supply and demand. So this makes me quite positive. However, what makes people kind of sit back and wait is that people think that there's actually more sell-offs to come in the very near future within these few days. Okay. However, something that's positive to look at is that, like crypto, this was actually being reported on several of the crypto news sites as well. They have actually been looking into the fact that Chainalysis has been incorrectly reporting the amount of stake holding in Ethereum, in Bitcoin, that PlusToken actually has. And this is a very, very common thing that most authorities do anyway. So I mean, not saying that they're authority, but whenever you read about a report about a drug heist, by policemen, cracking down some drug cartel, don't you realize that they often mark up the numbers of the actual possessions that the cartel has, and the amount of cash or weapons that they have as well? It's usually a lot inflated compared to what it really is. So this actually provides a possibility, and actually if you look into this, so it's like there's low liquidity to absorb the market selling, and this is very true. Okay, so likely drivers of an outsized reaction. Okay, and so actually they're looking into a long side of it, and this is actually going to not just for Ethereum, but the same goes for Bitcoin as well. So now let's come back into the charts and have a look at it. Okay, so this is the H4 charts. Basically, as we are standing right now, okay, if I were to draw a little trend line base connecting the dots on the recent points, I'm actually just going to arrive in something like this. So these 3 points, okay, it's going to arrive at this line here, and this is where we're at right now. So right now it's a very significant price level, and if we go over to the H1, and then we can also see that there actually is some kind of you know, it is bottoming out in a sense, but we're only going to really find out after the next 1-2 candle. So the next 1-2 hours in the market is very, very crucial. We're also looking at a bullish divergence that's happening here in the RSI stochastics, which is already existing on the H4. So on the H4, if you look at it, it's like between this point and this point, we see actually this part flattening out. This whole part is flattening out, and in fact, a little bit of a rising effect over here. So our near term, right? Our near term, we're really looking at 7,200, being very near term. So this could happen within a span of 1-2 days, okay? And like beyond that, we're also looking at a bullish divergence on that divergence pattern on the H4 is carried over to D1 as well, and this actually makes our near-term target, around the 8,100, this area as well. Our bottom side, we're looking at maybe around the 6,200, 6,300 range. But I mean, the main deciding factor is really going to be like within today. Okay, within today is a main deciding factor. So watch this space. Okay, watch this space. Check out your markets, and if you want to have this same tool, which I use to actually do this couple of last Bitcoin analysis, and what's really useful. I mean, check this out. This is a zigzag, and the zigzag has picked up a very key swing over here. So it's ready to swing. Okay, it's ready to swing, and we'll just have to see where it goes. In the meantime, I'd also like to interest you into some copy trading. Okay, this is a system that actually can duplicate the trades of successful traders onto your account, and basically, without your own involvement. Okay, these are trades that will be adding profits to your account on a very automatic basis, pretty much round the clock. So if you'd like more information about how you can get these kind of copy trades onto your account, check out the link in the description. It's thebinarylab.net/copy trading. Bye for now.